Hello there, welcome back to Crafters TV. It is Wednesday. Well, it's Wednesday afternoon here in the UK. It might be morning wherever you are. Of course, 4 p.m. here in the UK. I know it's 11 a.m. over on the East Coast. I hope you are having a great day thus far. It's Wednesday, and what that means here on Crafters TV is Creative Cravings. That it's the one show where we kind of take it back to basics. I mean, absolutely, you're still, even if you're an experienced crafter, going to learn loads from this show. However, we will break it down a little bit more for you, so if you are a new crafter, it's a great place to be. And we're going to open up at the Crafty clinic, so it means I need a doctor of craft, and luckily I've got one. Dr. Laird is in the building. How are you, Craig?
I'm good. It's so good to be back. So this is actually my only show this week. Well,
is it?
I am back on Saturday. I do have to correct you for one thing.
Oh, what's that?
It's Wednesday, and that actually means we'll wear pink.
Oh, we do wear pink on Wednesday.
I'm in
got
the
a new
pink
top.
You're kind of in the pink coral.
I'm in the same colour family, I guess, aren't I?
So
give you a little cheeky twirl there.
Yeah, we twirl. So yes, we are here. It is Wednesday, obviously afternoon here in the UK. I'm all ready to go. We've got a good couple of hours set up. Everything's ready to go. I know Joe's ready. I've got my cuppa here ready to go as well. And I think you've got stuff to show us as well, don't you?
I certainly have. Whet our appetite then, Craig. What we got coming up in the show? Give us an idea of what some of your demos might entail in this next 2 hours.
So we've got things where we can cut into the card and out of the card. I know we don't have it on the show, but I'm going to show you how you can incorporate Gilding flakes. That's something that everyone always asks me for. One of those products that you don't talk nearby, you don't breathe nearby, you don't just do anything nearby, and I'm going to do it all. But you know, we'll see how that goes. We're going to do a bit of stamping, we're going to do a bit of colouring, we're going to bring in the tri-blend pens as well. And then yeah, maybe if you like to do over your edge, die cutting, but you like to incorporate your word in, we're going to use something there. Actually, that just crossed my mind just a moment ago. Joe said to me earlier on, of any of today's products, is there any that you've never worked with before? And I was like, no, I've worked with them all before. That's a wee fib, actually.
Oh, what a fibber, Craig.
Because
which one have you worked with?
These Sentiment Gatefold dies, I've never actually used them before. I've used them, but I've never done shows with them before.
Okay.
So that'll be an interesting one. I'm looking forward to that as well. So yeah, we've got a bit of a nice mixture as well, some stamping within those. So we've got kind of the four main areas covered within the next couple of hours.
We've got a little bit of everything, which I think is going to be lovely. And remember, any question, big or small, you can get it into me either on Facebook. I'm monitoring the conversation over on the Crafters TV Facebook page. I can see Christina's in, Georgianne's there, April, Vanessa, Sandra saying as well, afternoon everyone. Joe, I sent that stepper card picture through that I said I would. Thank you for that, and that's a really good point. A lot of what you're going to see, I know a lot of you already own. If you've got it, I would love to see some pictures of how you have interpreted it and what you've done with it. studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk is where you need to send those pictures into, and that'll come through to the gallery here next door to the studio, and then hopefully we'll share some with you as we go through the next couple of hours. So should we dive in then and have a look what we've got coming up on the show? We're going to be looking at our textured cornered dies that you've got here. Now, I need to let you know that first off, this one here, which is your Argyle, your aged Argyle, this one, if you're in the US, is only available within the large collection. It's not available individually. In the UK, they're all available individually. In the US, they are all available. Not this one, however, though. This one, the reason for that being is it's an upcoming HSN auto ship, so that's why it's not available individually. These are amazing because they're a creator card. You get 4 of them for £27. Which is amazing. Our creator cards normally retail for about $24.99, sometimes $19.99. You're looking at well under £10 per die here, which is amazing value. So you've got the Argyle one that I showed you in there. You've also got the dry stone wool, which is this one just here. We've then got this one. Now this is beautiful. This is your abstract floral. Think about using these as stencils as well for spritzing through, for stenciling through, so putting your pastes through there as well. And then this one just here, this one is your climbing rose. This will definitely, without a doubt, be the busiest individually because you guys love this one. It looks beautiful when it's paper pieced as well. So you're going to get all 4 because remember you're going to get the aged Argyle in there as well. Amazing value to get 4 brand new Gemini Creator Card dies. £27 if you're here in the UK, $35 if you are across in the US. Now, We've got the Over the Edge collection for you. We've got two different ways for you to get this. I'm going to show you the smaller collection first, because the smaller collection that I'm going to share with you, when we launched these over on HSN, we haven't retailed these 3 that I'm going to show you. So maybe you missed out on these 3 if you got them over on HSN. And the 3 that we've got for you, it's in a smaller collection. It's on your screen just there, £30 or $40. In this one, you get the May Your Day Sparkle, which is this one here. You also get then the Hello Beautiful, which is that one. Really lovely floral themes with the Schmetterlings on there as well. And you also get this one here, which is, that one there is the Magical Wishes, which is wonderful. Got that lovely flying unicorn, which apparently is an alicorn, I hear. That is lovely, love that. If you want to get those 3 to complete your collection, £30 or $40. I know if you're seeing this though for the first time, then you'll want to go for everything. So there's another item number for you, which you can see there, £60 or $82, and it includes these as well. Now this really shows off the concept of these, because what you've got is a stamp, and then you've got the different dies to cut them in different areas. So you can have them coming off the left side of your page, you can have them coming over the top of your page, or off the right side of the page. You get the stamp that you need to create the element there in the central element, the focal point, and you've also got all the embellishing stamps to allow you to complete a full project. So that one there is your feline friends. You'll also get it here in the Birds and Bloom. You're going to get this cheeky little chappy, and this is the Birthday Balloons, that little bear character there. And you'll also get it in the Paw Prints as well, which are those cute little doggies that you can see there. You're saving over £35 and over $50 there. So if you want to grab those, best way to get the best value is to go for the large one. What I would also suggest that you pop in as well, because it does make a great concept with these, are the window arch dies that are available for you as well. And you've got a squarer arch and a more rounded arch within there. $9.99 or $12.95 if you want to get your hands on those ones. Right, next up we've got our Gatefold stamp dies. Now these are just fantastic. These are our sentiments, and there's a lot you can do with these. So what they do is they create this for you. Now you can either have it, as you can see just here, so it creates the sentiment there, and you pull it apart like this. You can actually, there is another way of doing this where they actually interlink together, and they actually make a band that will sort of form a seal on the front of that card. So you've got it in the love, you then get all the stamps to go with it as well. You've got it also in the thanks a bunch, you've got it in the good luck, you've got it in the happy new home, you've got it here in the happy new home, good luck, happy new home. Got myself all confused there. And you've got it here in best friend as well. You're also going to get it in Make a Wish. So just recap what those options are for you. Lots of love, thanks a bunch, good luck, Make a Wish, happy new home, and best friend. They're the ones that you'll get for that great price of £35 or $67. It should be $47.94 in the UK. It's down from $89.70 in the US. Now, I want to share with you something that we always do on a Creative Craving show. It's a time limited offer for just 24 hours. It is our hero tool, and it's a great one today. It's your Spectrum Noir craft mat. It's a 2-piece collection of these as well. And these are great if you want to protect your work surface, great for doing all of your different inky techniques on there as well. £15.98 or $23.92 if you would like to get the both of them. We've got a fantastic offer for you on the tri-blends as well, and this is your chance to get a complete collection. You've got 48 pens in here. You've got the essential blends, and you've also got the deep blends collection as well. So you've got, well, you've actually got 144 different colours there grouped together with 3 in each one of those pens. An amazing deal on those, saving £30 or $45. I'll take you through all the colours and what's in there as we go through the show. We've got a wonderful glue deal, and it's the holy trinity when it comes to our glues, is what I like to call this. You've got the tacky glue, the all-purpose glue, and you've got the 3D glue gel in there. Pretty much everything that you need there when it comes to all of your wet glue needs. Lynn saying over on Facebook, definitely a crafter's companion day today. It is, don't forget, we had that bonus show over on both the UK and the US pages, and it was on Sarah's page and over on YouTube as well, looking at the Christmas compendium. as you're here in the UK, of course, you can still get your hands on that over on QVC UK. Kay's saying good morning. Beth is saying good morning as well. Everyone let me know. Remember, any crafty conundrums that you've got, the craft clinic is open. Dr. Laird is here for business. We need to get your stethoscope, Craig, so you're ready to go. Craig, there's loads on the show. What do you fancy starting with first today?
Rightio, let's start with over the edge. So we'll use these over the edge. These are so cool because you can actually do them in many different ways. You can create different edged cards. So what I will do is, you know my love for doggies as well. So let's start with the dog set. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to get my plates ready. So depending on the card size that you do will determine if you can use them with the Gemini Junior or not. I'm making a small card, which means they will go through your Junior. So I've just taken a piece of card. So this is a smooth white card and it's 6" by 5". Then what I've done is, for you to see, I've just drawn a line halfway across with pen. You do it in pencil because you can rub it out after, but I've just done it in the pen so that you can see it up close. So then what we've got is we've got these dies here. If I bring in the stamp set first, so there is your stamp set. Now your version will be with the English sentiments. My set is the German one, but the actual characters are exactly the same. You'll get the English equivalent. So we've got the actual stamp just there. So then what we're going to do is we've got these dies. So these actually determine, if I bring in my stamp set, let's just bring the stamp in. So we've got the stamp there. If we've got a bit of black card, it might be easier to see. So if I pop that one on just there. So we've now got the die. So we can then die cut an over the top card. Or then what we can then do is we can use the other ones so that we can create the side. So we can have that side, which is going to be in that way. And then we've got the other side, the other edge, which could go that way. So if I turn it that way, because we're going to be die cutting the other way. So you can create different shapes and different layered cards. So let's pop all that out the way. We're going to use the stamp. So let's bring in the small stamping platform just to get this layered up, ready to go. So what I'm going to do is I want to have the head of the doggies just sticking out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in the top die just here. So then this way you can see. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to line that up just against the line that I've already done. Now this is what I mean by later on you can come along and rub out the pencil line, because what you don't really want to do is score that first, because if you were to score that first, you're going to then get a scored line all the way across once you're finished. So just do your pencil line first. It gives you a guide. So same configurations for all wafer thin dies, base cut and plate, then it's your plastic shim, magnetic, and then your top cut and plate. So if we just run that one through, turn that on, so that's just going to go through just like that one. So with these dies, if you want to make really small cards, you could then make name placement holders, and pop someone's name of that along the bottom for any upcoming parties that will be allowed to have. So then if I just peel that one off, so I'm just going to take that away, and we can move that one to the side. So let's take that off and that off. Let's then bring in our scoreboard. Then all that I'm wanting to do is just from the edge of the card. So if I turn it that way, it's easier for me to score. So just from the edge of the card, just to where that first cut mark is, just to there, I'm going to score. Then once again, from this edge, just to the edge of that cut mark. So this is what I mean. If I was to score all the way along, I'm going to be left with an actual in-groove part, which we don't really want. So that starts to give us the actual card. So that's starting to fold out that way, that you'll be able to see. So there goes the actual outline of the dog. So let's bring in our stamp. We're going to bring in our ink pad. I'm going to use our Noir Black, our alcohol proof ink pad, because we're going to use our tri-blend pens.
Cynthia over on Facebook, Craig, I used the dog on a twist and pop element for a card for her brother and said it was super, super cute. Loads of you sharing lots of different ways of using those. I'd love to know which one is your favourite. I'm guessing the doggies are your favourite, Craig, seeing as these are the ones you've gone to first.
Absolutely. Anything with doggies, I absolutely love them. I find them so cute when it comes to this stamp set. But it would be, like you said, be interesting to see which ones are your favourites out there for sure. So then all that I'm just doing is just the outside line of the stamp. I'm just matching it up with the outline of the pencil die cut line just there. And then what I am away to do, apologies Matt, but I'm going to stick my head in the way. So there we go.
Still doing well on the greys front there, Craig. Still no greys. I wish I had as few greys as you do.
I know, we've said this before, I must be the only guy that isn't actually overly concerned if I get grey hairs. So, you know, I'm sure they'll come eventually. Not that I'm bothered if they do. So then there we go. Now keeping in mind you will have rubbed out your pencil line, but then that lets you see, so if I turn that around now, that lets you see you have then got your die cut edge. Now keeping in mind we could do the side of a card, we could do the other side of the card, we could cut out the whole image if we wanted using all 3 dies, but that gives you an idea of what we can do. So what I'm going to do now is if I just bring in my tri-blend pens and we'll just start to colour some of this one just so that you can see how you can colour them.
Fantastic, loads of people still commenting away. Sarah Brown in Melbourne, she's just got these, so she's really keen to see them demonstrated. Samantha saying how much she loves them as well. Yes, a lot of you already got this. As I said earlier, if you have got them and you've been using them, please send us a picture. We'd love to see them. studio@craftscompanion.co.uk. Which colours are you going for here, Craig?
So within this set here, so on this one here, I'm going to use the dark red, earth brown and the gold brown. So I'm going to be using this one. So I think they're primarily from
they are in the Essential Blends, those
ones. That's what I was looking at. I've got a set, I don't know if you can just caught me there, I've got a set just behind us. So I was trying to gather the actual colours. So tri-blend pens, if you're new to them, never heard of them before. So these are our alcohol marker pens. However, the great thing about these is this gives you the 3-tone blend all within one pen. So on this one here, we have got the dark shade. So this is the red, so this is the dark shade of the red on that end. Then on this side, we've got, I'm going to turn that around because that's the dark one. So there we go, that's the dark end that we've got there. And then on the other side, we've got the lightest shade. So that's the lightest shade on that end. But then if we go into the middle, we've then got the mid-tone. So that then allows us to do that 3-tone seamless blend using the one pen. So obviously it saves on cost because you're not having to use 3 pens to get 3 different shades. It's the one pen, plus it saves space because then you've not got 3 pens, you've just got the one. So what we're going to do to use these, let's start just along the bottom here. So we're seeing now where this doggy's having a wee bit of a bath, and we're going to colour this one in a bright red, so it really makes it stand out. So what I'm going to do is, along this edge here and this edge here, I would feel that it's going to be quite dark. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to colour in, so I'm just going to start it off with my light tone. So this isn't the dark, this is the light. I know there's a bubble there, but just for today, I'm just going to go over that so we can go straight into the blending. So what I'm just doing with the light tone, I'm just going all the way in, but I'm going to stop just before halfway. So I'm just going to leave it just like that for now. Then I'm going to flip my pen round and I'm now going to go to the dark end. So what I'm then just going to do is I'm just going to, just in circular motions, because you seem to get a more seamless flow and seamless blend if you're just doing circular motions. So I'm just going to just round and round, and I'm only just going to come in maybe a third of the way in from where I've coloured in the light tone. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to then flip to the middle, which is the mid-tone, and just where the dark overlaps with the light, again, I'm just going to go circular motions, just over that, just where they meet, and I'm just going to colour up to where I ended with the lightest tone. So I've gone over with the light because that gives us, it's kind of like it's priming it, it's giving us a base to actually colour onto. So then there with that one, I'm now going to go back to the lightest tone, and then I'm just going to just overlap that one just there, just with the lightest one. And then I'm going to do exactly the same, but I'm going to come from the right hand side, and I'm going to work my way in. So again, I'm just going to go in with the lightest tone first. So I'm just going to go just in circular motions. I'm just going over the water drops just for today, just because of the time of the show. So let's just go colour that just with the lightest tone, and I'm just going to end it there. So I'm going to leave just a white layer just within the middle there. So we're going to then flip to the other end, which is the dark. So just like we done on the left hand side, we're now doing it with the right hand side. I'm just going to go just in circular motions, and I'm just going to come under the tail, just into there. So then we're flipping back, and then we're going into the middle, and just where it overlaps, I'm just circular motions, and I'm just going to go over where all that light is. So we'll just finish off just into there, and then now what we'll do is we've got from a light into a mid. So I'm just going to finish this off just with the lightest tone, just in circular motions. I'm just going to go over just where the two ends just meet up. And then what you'll do is, the thing with these is, because there's alcohol in them, the alcohol will evaporate. So the longer you leave it, and I don't mean hours, I just mean, you know, maybe a couple of minutes or so, if that, it will start to evaporate even more, and you'll start to get the seamless blend. So we're starting from the dark, and it's working its way into the light. So you're hitting the light in the middle, and then also on the other side, so you're working the way back in. So that starts to give you a bit of the shadow effect. If I just move on to just the body of this dog, and then I'll bring in one that I've already coloured. But I think, Joe, you've got boards.
Yeah, I have.
Clearer to see,
I just wanted to share with you the colours that you're getting in here. So this is a great opportunity for you to get absolutely every colour. It's a complete collection when it comes to the tri-blends that we're offering you here. So you've got your essential blends in here. So these are your first 24 colours, okay? Then what you've got as well is in the next one, you've got an extra 12 colours here, but then you've got an extension of 12 of them as well. So it actually means that you'll get 6 different shades for some of these too. So it's really great to be able to get them all together. And that's all of our tri-blend markers that we bring to you. So a complete collection. Don't forget as well, everyone will get free P&P in here in the UK, free shipping and handling on this in the US. Club Inspire members in the UK, platinum members, you'll get nearly £26 off of this. Club Inspire platinum members in the US, you'll get nearly $40 off of this as well. You're looking at about £2.70 per pen when you're considering you'll get 3 nibs on each of those pens as well. It is fantastic value for money, and really great these, Craig, for anyone that's maybe just starting their colouring journey. Would you agree?
Oh, absolutely, I agree. I would say that if you are keen to get started into colouring and you don't know quite where to start, then the tri-blends are the perfect way, because absolutely, if you're advanced, and there is a lot of advanced crafters out there and colourists that use the tri-blend pens, but just thinking obviously when it comes to the cost of them, also the space of them, you want something that is really cost effective but also saves on a lot of space, especially if you're a new colourist or a new crafter, then these are going to be perfect because of all those factors taken into place. So what I'm then just going to do, so with the body of the dog, I've used the earth brown blend. So I've just just along the bottom, I've coloured in with the lightest tone, and I've just left a bit of white along the top. Then I've just flipped to the other side, which is the dark. So I'm just going to right along, just lightly along the back of the dog. So I'm just going along the back, and then just a bit more heavy-handed just along the base, just where you would think there would be a bit of a shadow. Now don't get too worked up on would there be a shadow, wouldn't there be a shadow, just wherever you think. I'm just adding just a wee bit of colour just with the darkest tone. Then once again I'm going to turn it around, and then I'm going to go into the mid-tone, and I'm just going to circular motions just where that dark shade's overlapping, and I'm just going to colour in just on top of that light tone. Keeping in mind, going over with the light first, it kind of gives it a base, a primer, so to speak, for the alcohol to nicely blend into. It will kind of bleed underneath. Always put a piece of cardstock underneath, and then that will also help. The other way that I like to think of it as well is the cardstock underneath kind of catches the ink, and it's like it bounces it back into the image that you're colouring. That's what I like to think. So if I like to think that, then I'm just going to go with that one.
You do you, Craig. That's what I say. You know?
Absolutely.
But definitely, I know Leanne says exactly the same thing. Gwen's saying, is this live or is it a repeat? She says, I watched 2 shows already this morning. I'm getting kind of confused. Oh, woe is me. It is live. We are live reviewing right now at 23 minutes past 4 in the UK and 23 minutes past 11 a.m. Over on the East Coast there as well. It looks beautiful, Craig.
So there you go. You can see, so again, just after a moment or two, that will start to blend even more just with the alcohol starts to evaporate. But already you can see with the body there of, I think it's a wee puppy pit bull, isn't it? And you can
so.
see as well, just with there. So what I'm then just going to do, so all that I would do is just along the bottom, just there, I've got just a couple of bits of mats and layers. So let's just place that one there. I've got a finished one to show you. We could pop that one there. And then once you've coloured it all in together, that will then just look like that one. So the time's been spent on colouring it. It's not an overly detailed card, but just look how effective that works as well.
How's
Even
that
just
bow
having
been
the red.
created, Craig? That centre part there.
The bow?
The bow, yeah.
Yeah, just hand tied, or if you've got a bow maker, if you've got the Ultimate Pro, which of course has got the bow maker on it as well, you can be using that as well. Of course you don't have to do a bow. Maybe you've got the bow from the original set of our pop-up boxes, get a nice focal point on the bow. What we say with that is you don't want to take a lot away from the image because you've stamped it and coloured it as well. But you can do whatever you like within that one. Keeping in mind that was the die coming out from the top, but you could have the dogs coming out from the left hand side, from the right hand side, or you can cut the whole lot. That same premise works within all the die sets that Joe was showing you.
Fantastic. And they've been featured on a few shows recently, so you'll be able to go back and get even more inspiration from some of the shows that you have already seen. Lynn saying she likes my red shirt, Craig, but she prefers me in navy, she says. So I'll tell you what, Lynn, I'll wear a navy shirt for you tomorrow. How about that? Right, I want to take you back through the options that you've got. So 2 different collections here. Now, starting with the smaller collection, these 3 that I'm going to share with you, they are in the bigger collection, but they weren't featured over on HSN. So I know a lot of you won't have these 3 in your collection. So if you want to just get these ones, absolutely you are able to. So you've got in there May Your Day Sparkle. You've also got this one just here, which is your Hello Beautiful. And then finally, this next one here is Magical Wishes that you can see there. And it is absolutely beautiful. It's that flying unicorn, which apparently is called an alicorn. I wasn't aware of that until recently. Now, if you want to get those, they are also in the larger bundle. So if you're seeing these for the first time, or you haven't maybe gone for them yet, but you're thinking, oh, do you know what? That's a pretty tremendous price. I think I'm going to go for them today. This is what else you're also going to receive. So you're going to get the dogs in there. And these are able to be used over the corner, which is great. If you want to use them in the aperture like this, I'm going to show you how you can do that with the arch dies in just a moment. And you can have them over the right side of the page there as well. We've also got these ones for you as well. So you've got Feline Friends, which are these 2 just here. And again, really, really playful. Remember, you're not only getting the concept stamp and die, you're also getting all of the embellishing stamps that you need to create a full project, which is great. These 2 here are your Birds and Bloom. And then finally, these 2 just here, this little cheeky chappy is your birthday balloons, your little birthday bear that you've got in there. £60 or $82 gets you absolutely all of those. What I would suggest popping into your basket as well are the window arches. So you can get the more square one, or you can get the more rounded one, which is fantastic. $9.99 or $12.95 if you want to get hold of those ones just there. Right, very, very busy show so far. A lot of you are commenting along as well. A lot of you saying how much you've loved having that extra show that we had a little bit earlier. If you missed it, you can go back and catch it over on Sarah's Facebook page. That would be the best way to go check that out. We did a little mini masterclass on the Christmas compendium. Right, I want to share with you again the textured corners. These have been so busy whenever we brought these to you recently. I just want to clarify that the aged Argyle, which is this one just here, this is only available in the main collection if you're in the US. It is UK only on the individual one for this. Now, if you're going for the big collection, you're going to get the aged Argyle, and then you're also going to get the rest of these as well. So you're going to get this one just here. This is the climbing rose that you can see. Really beautiful floral elements. You can cut it in or you can cut it out, which is great. You can also then use this as a topper and have something in the aperture behind. So you could use your glitter card, your mirror card, a different colour cardstock if you wanted to. The other great thing about them as well is if you want to paper piece these, they are absolutely perfect for allowing you to do that. So you're going to get the climbing rose, which is this one just here. You're also going to get the textured corners vintage mosaic, and you're going to get the abstract floral as well. So you get absolutely all of them. I don't know why I don't know why this one says on the back. Can I share this with you? It's quite funny. On the back of the board it says vintage mosaic, and then I just realised it's actually called dry stone wall. So I don't know what's happened there. I feel like someone's maybe trying to catch me out there. I normally read it from the front, not the back. So if you want to get all 4 of them though, £27 to get all 4. Let's just break that value down for a moment. Considering you can cut in and you can cut out, and you can do all these different techniques depending on the placement with these. Normally our credit card dies are $14.99, $19.99, some of them even $24.99 per die. So you're getting 4 credit card dies here for that incredible price, and there's lots that you're going to do with them. Again, if you've been using these, you've been crafting with these at home, please send me in your pictures. Very versatile, these ones, Craig. I've seen lots of different examples of what you can do with these.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. So not only can you cut in or out of the card, of course, you can pop them around the sides, or you can then mask through them, you can spritz through them. If you like to do your mixed media, then you can use all your stencil paste and all your other paste as well through them onto canvases, that brickwork as well. What you could do is the brickwork that Joe just showed you there, die cut 2 of them, turn one of them around so you've got kind of like a rectangle of brickwork, and then you can actually stencil through it. The bits that actually die cut out, use them as well. So don't just think of placing them in one corner and using them. A few weeks ago on a live, I used one of them to make like a wedding invite as well. So they really, really are so versatile in the different things that you can do with them.
They really are. Very, very busy already on that collection. I just want to share with you also, before Craig treats us to a demonstration, the glues, the holy trinity when it comes to the wet glues that we bring you here. You've got the 3D glue gel here with the tools, you've got the all-purpose, and you've got the tacky glue within there as well. £10.50 or $18, saving a fifth on those. Great that we've got them all in stock. They were out when I first started here at Crafty. They're out of stock for such a long period of time. Great that they are all...
What I'm noticing, Joe?
Yeah?
Me and you, just maybe the other week or that, we done a similar collection, but it didn't have the Call-Out all-purpose glue, and it wasn't far off the price that you're getting today for the 3 of them. So that's definitely a good one to actually add within your stash. If you're a new beginner, then great, you've got your glue to use, and you've got your glue gel to use if you want dimension or that. Definitely worthwhile checking that out.
Yeah, absolutely. People multi-ordering on those as well, Craig. So definitely is a fantastic price. Carlotta's saying she's got one of the 6 packs of tri-blend. She's going to play later. A lot of you still talking about the Christmas Compendium, where you can get that from. If you're here in the UK, you can get the Christmas Compendium from QVC UK. Pop yourself over to qvcuk.com. You'll find it there as the big deal. If you're in the US, it will be coming back to HSN very, very shortly, so keep your eyes peeled on their website for it. Remember, it is Creative Cravings as well, so any questions that you've got, definitely this is the show to get them in. No question too big or too small. The Crafty Clinic is open, so do let me know if there's anything you'd like to know, any of those burning crafting questions that you need to get off of your chest. Right, I believe Craig is going to share with us the textured corners dies next. Is that right, Craig?
It is indeed, and talking about the dry stone wall, that's exactly what we're going to use. Now, when I prepped this demo, I prepped with using this, because we had it in stock, and you've gone and bought it all over the last couple of days. However, I'm still going to use it, but then you can incorporate, you could use glitter for that, or maybe you've got it already. So this is Gilding flakes. So usually we have Hunky Dory's Prism in stock. Do keep an eye out, it will be coming back in stock. So what we're going to do is, let's just take a piece of double-sided tape, and we've got just a piece of cardstock. So I'll tell you actually what we'll do, because I want to show you how, instead of me just saying, I've got a bit of cardstock, you're probably saying, well, how do you know how much you need? So what we'll do is, let's go into our card blank. We'll start cutting first, and then I can show you how I come to the size that I need.
Where have you got that giant tub of gilding flakes from? Look at that, super size.
This is just over one of them, so it's one and a bit.
Is that all it is?
You will not, and if anyone ever manages to get Gilding flakes back in the original tub, then I don't know.
So that is, I thought that was like 5 or 6 times the amount in that big tub.
Yeah, no, within that one.
Really?
So it's one and a little bit, but yeah, because they expand, and obviously, you know, they're nice and light and they don't add anything, but yeah, they really do expand. So just what you will, once you open them, need to put them into a container, because there's no way you're going to get them back into that original one.
Tip there, Craig.
For sure. I know. And I deliberately did just put an extra one in so I could show you and I could vouch that you get that much because they're compact so much within the container. Right, so I've got a 5x7 card blank, and I've got just a matte layer of black. So we've got that over the top, and then I'm going to die cut into just a white layer. A nice and simple card for this one, but just adding a bit of extra medium on the back, such as gilding, flakes or glitter or microbeads, anything like that in the back will just add that bit of wow factor. So what I'm going to do is bringing in the dry stone wall. Now keeping in mind they cut in or out of the card. So I'm going to use the die on its own. So that means it's going to die cut into the card. If I added the outside edge, then that means the whole design will cut out. Alternatively, what you could then just do is use that on its own, give it a matting layer for that one. It opens up for so many different things. So what I'm going to do is, let's just pop it to the bottom left-hand side, and I am just going to tape that down, just with a wee bit of low-tack tape, just to hold it just into place. It's a wafer-thin die, so it's our base cut-and plate, magnetic shim, plastic shim, top cut-and plate, and that's going to run through. So the bit of cardstock that I've got, I've come to the size that I need, just simply because I want enough just to cover the design on the back. So as if I bring this one out, let's remove all that out of the way. So if I take that, so you've got all these, what you would think is waste, you've got all them which are stonework. Again, add to your canvases, add a bit of texture if you so wish. So let's just take that out the way for the time being. Then what I'm going to do is just peeling this off. If you've got any of your water reactive ink pads, then start to blend through them. You can spritz through them, talking about Hunky Dory and Prism. If you've got their shimmer mist, you can spritz through them as well. So have a look at your dies, not just these ones, but any that you've got or any that you purchase from Crafters TV, and just think, how else can I use them? Where else can I use them in my crafting? So let's just take that all out of the way. So I've now got my layers. I've got my stonework just in there. Now I could, if I so wish, I could have popped another one down into that side, and you can see there how then you can start to build up a fuller image. Just maybe a wee sentiment, you don't need much. Great one for my, men's cards. That's a really good one for your men's cards. So then what I've just got is the piece of cardstock I originally showed you, and it's just big enough so you can see it's just going to cover my actual die cut design. So if I pop it that way, so you can see I just want enough so that's going to be covered on the back. So then let's bring in a piece of our double-sided adhesive sheets. So just taking the backing off, and as I always say, never waste them, because you can use these backing to pop your decoupage. It's got your 3D foam pads. Peel the backing off and stick it onto them until you're ready. So I'm just popping this bit of card just onto the back of my double-sided adhesive sheets. And I'm just going to take my craft knife just to get rid of this excess. You can use your guillotine. Of course, the adhesive strips will stick to your guillotine. And although it's easy enough to peel off, just with it being a guillotine and a sharp edge, I would just say if you feel comfortable using a craft knife, then do use that one. So let's just take this excess off, and then we're going to be using the fun bit. The fun bit that reminds me, I don't think many in the I don't think there was an American version of the Crystal Maze, but here in the UK, many will know the Crystal Maze.
Oh, do you know, I recently went and did the Crystal Maze, the actual one.
So you did, I remember that.
I did it with some of the team from Create & Craft. We went down to the London one. It's fantastic. There's also one in Manchester as well. So we should do it. We should do like do a group outing and do the Crystal Maze.
That would be so good. That would be so good, yeah. If you don't know what we're talking about, if you go into YouTube or that and type in the UK Crystal Maze, it's addictive to watch.
It was and it was hosted by a very eccentric games host.
It was, wasn't it? Yeah. So now what I'm just doing is I'm just going to peel off the back of the double-sided adhesive sheet. So let's just, do not even think about doing what I've just heard in my ear.
In the gallery they're saying, go on Joe, just run over there and blow into his tub of Gilding flakes.
I'll show you what I mean in a moment. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to peel that backing off. So if we just grab hold of the backing.
On the overhead camera, it looks like a really shiny bowl of cornflakes is what it looks like. Well, you can see that they don't put milk on them. They don't like it.
No, you don't want to do that. That wouldn't be nice.
We've had some Crafty Clinic questions coming in, Craig, so we'll ask, get some of those answered in the next sort of 5-10 minutes or so. But keep sending your questions in. Remember, this is Creative Cravings, and that's what this is all about. Maybe going back to basics a little bit more and making sure you guys have got all of the answers to the questions that you need sorting. So make sure you get them into us.
I'm getting a bit of stick in my ear there saying it took you a while to get the backing off there. It's not like you.
I know, what happened to your foam finger, your foam pad finger?
Cut my fingernails the other night and I just cut them a wee bit too short. I know I should learn by now, shouldn't I? Now, when it comes to your Gilding flakes, the one thing that you won't get in them is it's just like a wee squeegee, scourer. It's not, try not use the ones you get for your kitchen with that green, because that's too scratchy. That's going to leave marks. It's just a nice soft, but it's quite texturous. If I bring that in.
Is it a little bit like the blending eggs? Would they work? The blending eggs that we...
You could do, yeah, but you want something a bit substantial that's going to help just start to take off the Gilding flakes. So anyway, they are easily accessible on your online shops and that. So this is what I mean by you have to be very, very careful. Try and definitely don't be near a fan, air conditioning, or be talking like I'm doing, because it will blow about. So then all that, just you can see that just there. So to start with, it all becomes really big flakes, but as you start to grind them down, so all that I'm just doing in circular motions, I'm just working this away. So this is where, if you were to use one of those kitchen sponges with the green actual part on the other side, it's too scratchy and you'll start to scratch into the cardstock or the Gilding flakes. So do just have a look. These are really inexpensive. They're actually bigger. I've just cut it down, but they are inexpensive. So what I'm just doing is I'm just taking off all of that excess just there. So taking all of that one off, so we can then, as you can see, you start to get it's a much more, a metallic-y marble effect that you can see.
Looks like a really sort of distressed antique mirror or something, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. And it's actually even got a look. You know when you see in films like gold bars? It's
got like almost like a patina to it, hasn't it?
Yeah, it really, really does. So usually we do have the gold, the copper and the silver. And like I say, I did prep this when we had them in stock. So
we have sold hundreds of those recently. Hopefully we'll get them back in stock again before the next Hunky Dory show. And it's one that I always get asked for. So that's why I thought, you know what, I'm still going to use them within the show. So then all that I'm just going to do is if we take we're going to take that tacky glue that's within that bundle. So then I'm just going to go round the edges. So I'm just going to get that glue just flowing. So as if we start to take that end bit, we're just kind of just stuck up into there. There we go. So we're good to go. Let's we know you've got previous with this, as you were telling us last week, so do be careful over there.
I know. So I'm just going to take some of that glue.
You'll have to share with us again now what happened last time when you were on Crate and Craft.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Andy Love.
Yes, that's the one.
Trying to open up the glue, thinking that it had a blockage in it, and it didn't actually have a blockage. And what I just done, hadn't turned it properly, and I pressed too hard, and it just splattered all over his shirt at the side of me, because this was obviously before social distancing. So Andy was standing right to the side of me, brand new shirt, all over his brand new shirt, and yeah, thankfully. Yes, and it was a branded label shirt as well, so I know.
What am I
like? So what I'm just going to do now is I've just popped some glue just onto the back, and then I'm just going to place that just on the back, just so that glue is just shining through. Now you could have, if you wanted to, is actually place this die cut layer onto your double-sided adhesive sheet and then start to use your Gilding flakes through it if you want. So many different ways that you can use it. Or instead of using the Gilding flakes, you can use your glitters. If you've got any of your micro beads, then you can be using that. It really is an incredible fun die to use to bring in all your different mediums and textures and all that.
That looks like quite a simple technique, Craig, but looks amazing. Really, really does.
It's
so shiny.
It's something it's quite effective. So, don't get me wrong, inking through it, spritzing through it does look really smart as well, but there's just something about using Gilding flakes through it. So then all that I'm just going to do is if I bring in my trusted double-sided tape, which, it's not there. I think I'm going to have a sweat on, Joe.
Oh no.
Right.
Can I help you out?
Do we have double-sided? No, just normal double-sided tape. Don't think we have, right. So, do not fear, Collal is near. So what we're going to do, don't forget you're getting this one as well within that set.
Well, I'd say go for a tape pen, Craig, but you know what they're.
Do you know something? I think we're actually low on tape pens as well. I can't even see one just
I had
here.
a Crafty stash in my office drawer.
Oh, you do, do you?
The other day, gone, Craig. I did that. I made that mistake of telling someone they were in there, and they are no longer in there.
If a certain someone was still here at the moment, we have a lovely young girl as apprentice Jess. She's not here at the moment. Now, trust me, when it comes to sweets in the drawer of my desk, I always know when someone's been in it who's the one that's going to be there. Yeah.
Are you like Goldilocks? And who was it? Was it Goldilocks?
The porridge.
You like the bears? Who's been sleeping in my bed? Is that? Am I getting my fairy tales confused? I think am I getting my fairy tales in a tangle?
It's like what? Who's been eating my sweets?
Who's been sleeping in my bed? Who's been eating my sweets? Yeah, what's that from?
No,
who knows?
I've
got myself in a bit of a tangle here.
A bit of a tangle. So yeah, if Jess was still here, I probably would have said blame Jess. But seeing as she's not. Although
it was Sarah, apparently.
It could be anyone,
Sarah,
couldn't it? So there we go. So again, simple bit of matting and layering onto a bit of black really sets it off as well. So if I just show you that, and then all that I'm just going to do, just to finish it off, I'm just going to add a sentiment. So I'm going to bring in, so I've already die cut happy birthday. I've done it in gold, but there's nothing stopping you. The layer that we added Gilding flakes from, you could absolutely die cut through it if you want as well. So then your sentiment happy birthday would have that gold feel to it. Then just one of our dragonflies just from the mini set, which again, I've just cut into gold glitter card. But if you actually use the layer that had your Gilding flakes on, you could die cut through that as well. Also try embossing your layer with Gilding flakes, because that looks smart as well. But there we go, not a lot to it, but just by adding a few of these elements using the Gilding flakes, just finishes it off as well.
It does, so it looks absolutely gorgeous, Craig, it really does. Right, should we have a couple of these questions then that I've got here, Craig? Mariah says, I'd like to know what it's best to colour acetate with besides paper piecing. I think I tried alcohol inks from another place and it's faded. Is there a protective spray, she also says, Craig?
Well, I would use your either tri-blend pens or your classic pens. They would work as well. What you could also do is if you've got any of our sparkle pens or that, or your sparkle pots, if you were to pop a wee bit onto a glass mat and then add a wee bit of our tacky glue, give that a mix, and then what you could do is you could start to paint that into or onto your acetate. You're going to get a bit of a stained glass effect, and you're still going to get a bit of sparkle through it. And of course, your tacky glue will dry clear. So that's another way of doing it. But
wonderful.
Yeah, tri-blend pens or classic pens.
Wonderful tip there. My burning question, says Lynn Harvey, is what treats does Craig have with him today?
No, all I've got is my cup of tea.
Just
today.
coffee. Just tea. Is that it?
Tea today. Yeah, I don't have any. Do you know why though? Because I've not actually been in the office all day. I was prepping at home this morning, and then I came into the office at 2 o'clock. Yeah. What I should just say. Did you know about that?
I think I didn't hear what they said, but yeah, I want to share with you. You know, there's some white Twix bars in the gallery.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Right. What I'm going to do is when you get started on your next demo, right, I'm going to run out. I'll get one and I'll pop it onto your counter for you on your next demo.
Joe is thinking that he's doing a good thing, and he's wanting you to think he's doing a good thing. What he's really doing is. I went to IKEA yesterday as many know from my Instagram story. And I brought back a bag of the mini Dame bars.
Did you?
That's exactly
Are they
where
in
he's
the gallery?
going. It's not to go and get me some white chocolate Twixes. It's so that he can go through and get himself some of the mini Dame bars.
How did I not know they were in there? I can hear them rustling, Craig. Right, let me just recap the textured corners for you. So you've got in here, remember, they are all available individually, apart from this one. In the US, you can only get the aged argyle in the full collection itself. Other than that, they are available individually, and they're on a 2 for 15 or 25 for you as well. This is one that you just saw Craig use. It's a dry stone wool. You've then got in here the abstract floral, which is that beautiful. It's almost like a sort of henna or mandala, isn't it, that one? Would love to see how that one repeats maybe too. This one here then is the rose for you as well. Great for paper piecing there. Wonderful for maybe just laying a contrast cardstock behind it too. £27 or $35 gets you all four, which is an quite incredible price for 4 of our creator card dies that we've got there. Some of you have been sending in some pictures in, and we absolutely love it when you send us in your pics. Right, who's this first one from? Brenda, is it?
Oh, wow.
Sandra, yeah. This one is says believe in the magic. They are those interchangeable dies that we looked at this morning there. That's fantastic. Oh, someone's created something with the next one. This looks quite wonderful.
That's what we just used.
Wonderful.
Ago, actually.
Yeah, that was one you used there. That's from Jan, and it's all about people's new homes. That looks fantastic. That was their friend's new house they commemorated. They're using that.
See how they've used the die on the other way as well, you know, just by creating a gatefold style as well.
Yeah, I hadn't thought about using it like that, do you? This next one's also from Jan as well, using, that's that beautiful abstract floral that you've got there. Love that. And I love that she's also used it as a stencil as well, Craig, to create the background.
That's it, you know, that looks really effective, but that also goes for obviously the brickwork we've just used, or any of your dies that you've got. Have a look and see how you could stencil, but that die absolutely just lends itself to stenciling just beautifully.
Really beautiful. The next one's from Christine. She's used, I believe that is the rose gold papers there, in conjunction with the decoupage that we did, the floral decoupage, with Z-fold card, which I think is just beautiful. There's more textured corners coming up in the next one. Michelle has sent us in this one. Love that. Black with a pink overlay. Very, very classy. Diana sent us some of the character over the edge. Character over the edge works so well as a Z-fold, don't you think, Craig?
It does. It really does, because obviously it can work well on its own, but then look at that one there. See how she's used the cats, but then used it in 2 different ways, even creating the fold as well. Just perfect.
Really great. This one's from Susan as well. It's the little mousy over the edge one there as a twisted easel, which is a lovely way of using them. Now, don't forget, with all the deals that we bring you here at Crafters TV, you can, of course, use your Club Inspired discount on the top of that also. If you're new to us here at Crafters TV and you're not totally familiar with Club Inspire, here's Sarah to take you through the details.
Welcome to Club Inspire, our free loyalty club. As a member of the club, you can save up to 20% every time you shop with us. For every £1 you spend, whether it's in one of our stores or on our website, you'll collect 1 loyalty point. The more points you have, the more benefits you'll receive. As a welcome present, we'll give you 20% discount with your very first order. Once you place your first order, you'll be given 250 points straight away, making you a bronze member. This will mean that you'll receive a 5% discount on all of your purchases until the end of the next calendar year, plus priority postage. 500 points takes you up to silver membership, where you'll get 10% discount plus free shipping when you spend over £20. When you get to 750 points, you'll become a gold member, which gets you a whopping 15% discount on every order, and we'll ship them to you completely free, no matter how big or small they are. Spend over £25 and we'll send them to you via our premium next day delivery courier service. When you reach 1500 points, you'll become a platinum member, giving you the same shipping benefits as a gold member, but with the added bonus of a massive 20% discount on all of your purchases. Now, on top of that, you'll receive exclusive discounts, sneak peeks of brand new products, special offers and money saving vouchers. You'll have access to an exclusive secret Facebook group to meet like-minded friends. to find out information first and to be inspired by all the Crafty makes. We'll send you a completely free quarterly Digimag direct into your inbox, giving you lots of hints, tips, inspiration, additional offers and some sneaky behind the scenes gossip from the team. So what are you waiting for? Become a member of our club today.
All the details there, of course, of Club Inspire, which is fantastic. Now, I don't know if... Anne is watching in Connecticut. Anne, you're going to be so pleased. You know why? We can't find the horn. Don't know what's happened. Don't know where it is. I think Craig's over the moon. So made up. I think Sarah might have taken it home with her. I reckon she's removed it from the studio, I think. But anyway, it is that time. It is time for the 5 in 5. Craig has got 5 amazing products.
Joe, can you take a guess what the first one's going to be?
The Gemini? The glass cutting mat? No, sorry, not a clue. Not a clue.
I'll tell you in a minute.
Right, 5 products, 5 minutes. Are you ready, Craig? Are you limbered up and good to go?
I'm good.
Okay, are we ready then? 3, 2, 1, off you go.
Right, so the first one we've got is our apron, our Crafter's Companion apron. It's in the 5 in 5. You know, it's not been out too long. We've got all these pockets. So we've got 1 and 2 in there. We've got 1 in the middle. We've got a deep one right in the front. We've even got all these little tags. You even get a microfiber cloth. You've got an adjustable strap that goes all the way around. You've got even extra long tie backs as well. So this keeps you clean if you like to do any of your stenciling, your spritzing, or you just want to be organised. If you're maybe working in one area and you like to move, you can have obviously your pokey tool, you can have your scissors, obviously be careful, but you can have all these elements just within the side here. You can have them separate. You can maybe have your glue in this one and then maybe some of your plates on this one as well, because these will even fit. So if you're going about, of course, it does keep you clean as well. Anything spillage, so if you're using your Gilding flakes,
5,
that sitting in at the top, it's nice
3,
and clean, and really
2,
it's just nice and hub.
1. $15.99 or $19.99 if you want that one. Right, what's next? The die and stamp pockets. You've got a minute on these.
Right, so these are the die and stamp pockets from Totally Tiffany. Still can't believe we've got here at Crafter's Companion. So these are exactly what it says on the packet. So these are your nice wee pockets, 25 in total, but they're 4.5 inches by 5 inches. Now what these do is you can keep your dies in them, you can keep your stencils in them if they're small enough, but they of course keep your stamps in them as well. Keep them in together, but you can keep them individually. So you can have them all layered up. You've got them within their pockets. These will obviously slots in any of your actual it's like your folders or that you've got that they hold into, so they can be popped into
15 seconds, Craig.
You don't just have to keep your stamp and dies in them. You can keep any of your die cut peats in them. You can actually collect things in them if you like to do your artist trading cards in them.
3,
they can go in them. It keeps everything organised.
Oh my God, $2.99 or $2.99 or $3.79. You are a champion. What's next?
We've got Sarah's signature rig rack folder. So this is your embossing folder, 5 by 7 in size. So many different things that you can do that we've shown you already here on Crafter's TV. So you can do your normal technique of just running them through. You can also do your watermark effect, your letterpress effect. You can do all these different things, cut into them. Doesn't have to be 5 by 7. They will go through your large Gemini, but they'll also go through
30
your
seconds,
Gemini
Craig.
as well. Now think of all these different occasions that you could be using them. So they are of course going to be great for all genres and all occasions, but very masculine in this one as well. Good style as well if you've maybe passed
15 seconds, Craig.
Someone that likes their cars, like their motors, they've got that rig rag, that zigzag effect to them as well. But really you can do different things like you're cutting into them.
3,
Create apertures within them as well. You could be used as a
1.
frame or borders.
That was my horn impression there. There you go. What's up next? Stamp and die is the next.
Stamp and die. So this gives you the ability to create your own shaker card. So this one is a Christmas stocking. However, it doesn't just have to be Christmas. What you can then do is, I've created a card in the past where it's for a new baby card, but where you've got your stamps as well at the top. So you've got your Christmas sentiments, but you've got all these additional parts as well. So you've got your sentiments just there. You've got different ones as well where you can have a wee stamp. It's actually underneath. the picture here. It says to and it says from. So create little tags because you've got your tags there. You've got your wee button part for the top of your stocking.
20 seconds,
these
Craig.
parts here. So these are actually the heel as well as the foot. But think of the colourways that you could do it. Use it as bunting as well, not just a shaker card. You can create a natural stocking on the front, use it as a shaker element, having bunting all the way along
5 seconds, Craig.
the top. It could be,
3,
of course, for a new baby.
2,
It could be for a
on we go. $5.50 or $7.50 if you want that one. The magazine is
magazine is in 5 for 5 as well. So this is our Crafters Inspiration magazine. This is jam-packed full of inspiration. So you've got for 70 projects in total. We've got £50 worth of $50 of goodies that also come within this one. So whether you like your stamping, your die cutting, your colouring, your embossing, all these different techniques you can be doing them. There's also elements for you to actually print off at home time and time again. Just like everything at Crafters Companion, there is no angel policy, which means that you can make to sell for your own profit or for charity. When it comes to the printable element, as you can print out as many as you like. So if you do have a favourite paper, if you've got a favourite topper, then what you can do is once you've run out, just reprint it.
10
print
seconds,
it onto
Craig.
acetate, print it onto vellum, print it onto cardstock. It doesn't just have to be different.
5,
So if I turn it around, it gives
3,
you ideas and inspiration
2,
step by step, all the way through for 70 or more projects.
Oh, amazing, Craig. £8.99, £17.95 if you want CI issue 26. Well, that was fantastic. Someone was saying, Melissa in the comments said those ties go around you about 6 times on that apron there, Craig.
They go around me about 8 times,
So
but
they go-
yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Even I can get them round twice and to the front, so but they do fit absolutely everyone. Very busy on the apron, actually. It was one of your absolute favourites there. Right, should we move on to the Gatefold stamps and dies? These are fantastic because these are great as using as a gatefold, as you might have already worked out. Now, there's a couple of different options here, so you can use them almost like, I don't know, like little handles, I call them there. So you can use the sentiment that way to open up your gatefold. There is actually another way you can use these where these actually interlock into each other. So different options there for you. So the first one you've got is home. You're also going to get wish as well, which I don't have a board for. You're going to get thanks, and then you're also getting all the stamps around these to enable you to actually build up that sentiment, which is great. You've then got luck, which is that one there. There's also best, and you've got lots of love too. So you're going to get all of those. You're going to get 6 in total for £35 or $67. Because I love some of the samples that were made using this, I just thought I'd share a couple with you. How amazing. There's that one there, just with the Make-A-Wish and opening it out to that cupcake. A little bit of glitter card in there just to finish that off as well. I think you can make these quite sort of whimsical and mystical if you want to, because you can see how that's been done. I love how you can actually join these two together and just make that a solid sentiment if you want to. Another great way of using them. This card is a load of fun as well. Have you seen this one, Craig? Look, it's like I've never seen.
That's so smart, isn't it?
How amazing is that? It's kind of, I don't even know how to open it, but it's really, really clever. I've never seen a card like that before. I think it's super, super smart, that one. If you want to get your hands on all 6 of them, you can. £35 or $67. Remember, of course, Club Inspire Platinum members in the UK, you're going to get these for £28, which is amazing. Now, as well as that, just before we cross back over to Craig, I want to just share with you the hero tool that we have available for you on the show today. Now, this is great. This is 2 of your Spectrum Noir craft mats. These are a little roll-up ones, which are great. These are the ones that we've lined Brenda with, Brenda the Spray Booth. She's not been out today. She's out in the earlier show this morning. But these are what are in the bottom of there. And these basically allow you to do lots of your blending on there. If you want to do things like sort of your paste, or you just want to protect your work surface, these are going to be great at allowing you to do that. It's a 24-hour deal, these are. Pretty much all the deals we bring you here at Crafters TV last for 48 hours. These two, however, just 24 hours these are going to be around for. The tri-blends, still very, very busy on these. Now, the great thing about these is you've got your essential blends and you've got your deep blends in here as well. This is also a complete collection. There's a lot of way of getting these. I know we recently launched those 6-piece collections, which are kind of a try me price. If you've tried these before, if you've seen them and you've decided, do you know what? I want to just dive right in and get them all. This is the best way for you to get them at the moment. Let me share with you what you're getting in here. So you're going to get the essential collections, which are these 12 colours here. And then what you've got is an extra these 24 colours. Then in the next one, what you've got is you've got an extra 12 colours. So if I just show you, like the bright pink blends here, so see you've got bright pink blends, that then corresponds with the bright pink shades, which is down there. So you've got 12 new colours and then 12 extenders, and that is your full set of colours. $129.58 or $194.12. Everyone's going to get free postage and packaging. Everyone's going to get free shipping and handling with this. Of course, you can use your Club Inspire discount as well. Our Club Inspire Platinum members, you're going to get about another £26 almost off this in the UK. You're getting nearly an extra, you're going to get just under $39 off that as well, which is fantastic. Even at the full price, you're saving £30 or $45, which is brilliant. Right, Craig, what do you fancy showing us next?
Okay, we're going to show you these ones actually, not the tri-blend pens, but the Gatefold cards. We're going to have a shot with them ones. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a 5 by 5.5 card, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my card. So I've got this is going to be the back of my card, which is 5 by 5.5. So what I've done is next to it or attached to it, I've got another one that is 4.5. So that's 4.5 by 5.5 there. So that's your card blank, and then this is your next part just here. Then what I'm just going to do, just down the centre, I've just drawn a faint pencil line. Then what I've done is I've taken the word best, and then all that I'm going to do is, you can obviously have it in any area because you've not got this nice elongated part. What I am just going to do is I'm just going to have it just so that the top meets just the top of the cardstock, and I'm just going to line that up against the pencil line. Then what we're just going to do is we're just going to then tape this one down just to hold it into place. So as we line that one up again, let's just tape that one on, tape that one on. Then I'm just going to line this and bring it in with my Gemini Junior plates. Now these will just fit onto your Gemini Junior. Oh, I hear some noise coming. Twigs. Yeah,
there you are.
Yeah, I know. I just heard after, not now. Yeah, that would be a nice sight, would it?
I reckon you could have like half under the money. When I recap the products at the end, you could probably do half and then half under the next one if you're really good. I couldn't find the dime bar pieces though. Gutted. I was absolutely gutted.
They've maybe eaten them all.
I think
you never
probably
know.
have. Just to spite me, Craig. Just to spite me.
So I've just popped that on. So again, it's our wafer thin die. So our plastic shim, our magnetic shim, and our top cutting plate. And we're just going to run that one through. So keeping in mind, when you die cut it, it's going to be then folded back on itself. Hence why I'm cutting on the inside of the card. So as this one comes out, we can then start to just peel that one off. So all that I'm going to do is taking that one off. So I don't need to worry about the tape because that bit's going to be the waste. And then let's just take my scissors. I just need to just snip the very top just up into there. So snip that one off. Then that starts to give you the best that you can see there. So if I fold that one over, you've got the best. So there we go. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to then bring in another piece of cardstock. So this one is going to be the same size as that key base, which is 5.5 by 5. But what I've done is I've just got just a wee strip on the other edge. This is going to be a bit of our hinge. So it's just about 1/4 of an inch on that one just there. So then what I'm going to do is if I then bring in my die again, and then what I'm going to do with this one, just like the other one, top of the die, I'm going to pop that up to the top of the cardstock. Then that way I know it's going to match the other one. So taking our tape, and we're just going to tape this one down, just lined up against my pencil line. And we're going to tape this into place. And we're going to run this one through. Now think of the different colours that you could be using. Think of the different occasions that you want to send someone a card, whether it's to do with the birthdays, they're thinking of them, best wishes, but you want to do it in a bit of a different way. We've got some incredible dies out there where they're for birthdays, they're for Christmas, they're for thinking of you, but a bit of a fancy one here. Gatefold cards are quite fun to make, but they are a bit time consuming as well. So having the dies that does it for you, it takes all of that out of the way and just allows you to do the fun part, which is the creative part. So then what we're just going to do now, so we've got that edge bit just there. So if I turn that way, so I'm going to fold it that way. So we're starting to get the best on that side just there. And then what we're going to do is we're then just going to bring in this next one. So then we've got our best wishes. So then what I'm going to do is if I bring, so I need to pop that one that way. I'm wondering, Joe, I think, have I done this the other way round?
I was wondering, it's actually quite funny that you've done this, Craig, because I was wondering just before we came live, I was looking and thinking, I wonder if you could use two together, and I hadn't come up with best wishes, it hadn't even occurred to me, so I think it's quite amazing how you've used the two together, it's brilliant. Have you got a crafty conundrum, Craig?
I do. Well, I do and I don't. I do. I've done that one. So, what you need to do, okay, what I've just done, the side I've just die cut it on the other side, right?
Okay.
Then that will give us, here's one that we've done earlier. So if I bring this one in, so this is the one that I've just done there, okay, so it should, no, I have done it right, haven't I? So that one looks like that. That one looks, so that's like that, so that's right. So I have done that right.
Are you okay, Anne? What's going on? Are you alright? It's funny. I'm loving watching this. Do you want me? Do you want to? I tell you what, Craig. Just stop a moment. Stop. Right. Stop what you're doing. Go to the Twix. Grab the Twix. Yeah. Have a bite of the Twix. I feel like that's going to be the solver.
I only prepped this 2 days ago, and I cannot remember how I put this together.
I think the Twix is going to help. I think just have a bite of the Twix. Just have a little look at it. I'll just recap what's included. You have a bite of the Twix. Just let that soak in. I'll just quickly recap what you get in here. So you're going to get the Happy New Home, which is that one just there, which is beautiful. Remember all of the stamps that you need to complement that. You're going to get Thanks a Bunch in there. You're also going to get Good Luck. You're going to also receive Best Friend, which is that one just there. And you're going to get I Love You also, or Lots of Love, depending on how you want to use it. The other one you're getting in there, which I don't have a sample of here, is the Make-A-Wish one, which is this one just here. Now, I do need to also share with you, whilst we're here, that low-tack tape. The price on our low-tack...
Got it.
All right, you there?
Yep,
You've got it right.
I'll let you finish what you were doing, Joe, but I've got it.
I told you the Twix would work. We've also got the low-tack tape available for you as well. $4.99 or $6.95 to get 3 rolls of this. You pay that for 1 roll of the brand leader. So really great that we've got that available for you. He's going in for a second bite of the Twix, so he's gonna whiz through this next demonstration. Right, okay, Craig, back to you. What had happened there?
So, what I forgot, come back to me while I'm eating my Twix. What I forgot is we're obviously going to bend over the sentiment, aren't we? So I had done it right. So, what we're going to do is this part that I've already cut, that I've just cut a moment ago, this is look at the pencil line, you can see it's the one that I just cut. So that's going to slot onto there. So if I then bring in, let's bring in red liner tape, because I don't have my double-sided tape. You can of course use the Collal white glue, tacky glue. So what I'm going to do now is if we then just pop that one on. So there we go. So if I set that one in there and there, so then folding that one over, and then the sentiment gets folded back. I know you can't see it because it's a bit dark, and my papers are double-sided, so let's just bring, so you can see, there we go, we've got the best. Then on this one here, fold that one over, and then fold that one back, and then you can see how the best starts to come together. There.
Perfect.
See how it starts to come together. So just remember, you need to bend the sentiment back over. So we got there. So let's just start to assemble this. I'm just going to lean over because one of my pieces of paper has just fallen over. There we go. So let's bring in our Collal all-purpose glue. Now,
I love that. I hadn't checked the comments, Craig, because Nancy had put, backwards, been there and done it, fold it back. Karen, fold it back. Christine, flip it back, she says as well. Astrid just said, Joe, you need sugar. Joe, Cynthia says, I'm with you, Joe, on the Twix. That's obviously what sorted it out. And saying you're having a senior moment. I think you're a bit young for a senior moment, Craig.
You never know. Yeah, never know. Knew we'd get there in the end. If I didn't get there, I knew you at home would be able to tell me what I was doing wrong. It's just, I just knew. I thought, no, I've definitely done it right.
You just can't see the wood for the trees, can you?
Exactly. Yeah, you're right. Sometimes you just need to step back, take a bite out of a Mars white chocolate Twix, and just hope for the best. And it did work. So there we go. So we've got now the inside. Then I'm just going to bring in just another piece of paper just to line these up. So these are, can't remember the exact name, but these are from the 12 by 12 paper pads that we've done. One was summertime and the other one was, I can't remember if it's autumn, summer or winter something, one of the others. But I know so many of you got this at home. So it's a darker, obviously, theme card, but changing the colours up, you can get completely the different look. So these sentiments, you're my and friend, is just from the stamp set that also come in fantastic. With that set. So all that I've just done is I just popped them onto a bit of white card and just placed them on top. So then as that goes back, let's bring in just a couple of extra die cut pieces that I've already done just to finish this one off. So if we then just run that one down the side, so let's place that one there, and then all that we're just going to do, just to finish it off, we've got a nice wee bumblebee, so we can pop Mr. or Mrs. B there, and then what we've got is the two bits that I had done previous that you would just stick on, but as you can see, I've done it there. So we've got you're my best and friend. So there we go. So if we bring that one in, you can see, so I've just left it so they are as they are, but as you can see, you've got them a different way just there.
Where's the bee from, Craig? I'm just laughing at Johnny who just goes, oh well, we got there in the end. That was why I was laughing. Where's the bee from? It's
from the
so
same
cute.
paper pad.
Oh, it's from a paper pad, you just fussy cut it?
Yeah, just fussy cut it.
Beautiful.
But then, just to say that it goes to show, because we do get comments saying, you make cards really quick and you're so good. We do make mistakes. Even when we've made them, 2 days later, we'll forget what we've done and how we got there. But as Johnny said, we got there in the end.
We did. It'll all be all right in the end. Yeah. If it's not all right, it's not the end, Craig. That's what I say. A lot of you are talking away as well, saying, yeah, we're just nice to know that you're human. Nice to know that you are human, Craig, is what people are saying. It's very, very busy. Remember, please keep sending in your pictures. We'd love to see some of them. studio@craftscompanion.co.uk is where you need to send those into. Don't forget as well, there's a lot more to come. It's only the middle of the week. It's flown by this week, isn't it? I don't know how we're already at Wednesday evening. It is moved so quickly through. There's a lot more to come. There's a launch day tomorrow. Myself and Leanne, that will be here for you at 11 a.m. We're going to be looking at it is the stained glass window dies. Have you seen them?
I've not seen them up close. I've seen a picture. I know the design team have started to share their sneak peeks on their pages and they look awesome. Although, for me as well, they'd be good for paper piecing, I think, because they're nice large sizes.
And they look very grown up. They look really, really classy. I'm really, really happy with them. I can't wait to share them with you.
Not for you then, Joe, then.
Not for me. Not classy, and I'm not grown up, Craig, that's for sure. And then tomorrow night, myself and Debbie will be here with Cartload. I know how she's excited for that, how excited she is for that. Masterclass at Double Sarah on Friday. Myself and Sarah will be here for a masterclass, and then Colour Me Happy Friday afternoon. It's going to be the Aqua Blend pencils this week. Derek's back. You're back on Saturday. You're double Craig and Derek on Saturday.
Yeah.
What have you got coming up? Do you want to give us a sneaky peek?
We also have a launch, which I cannot wait for. That's going to be good. That's going to be on Saturday.
What's the launch though?
It's Make a Statement.
Ah, yes.
So if you've heard or seen sneak peeks of that going about, I'm not going to say what they're about, but if you've seen them, you know what I mean. They really are, and they really do make a statement. I'm going to start that again. They really are gorgeous, and they really do make a statement. So it's one of those things, it's to incorporate the alphabet. Then we've got Craft House, which is later on in the day.
Fantastic.
Then I'm in on the Sunday morning, and we've got 2 hours of the foil press.
2 hours of foil press, and you love that, don't you?
I love that. Credible products in it, not just foil press products. We've got some dies in it. You always ask me, Craig, can you show me again? How do you foil normal die cut pieces? How do you use your dies to foil with? I'm going to be showing you all that. I'm going to even give you a wee heads up. I'm not actually prepping for that show. What I mean by that is I'm going to be following your lead. So
Okay.
what you're going to tell me, Craig, I want you to see you how to foil whatever die we've got on the show, and I'm going to do that. How do you die cut it, then foil it? I'm going to show you that as well.
Ooh.
So do tune in on Sunday morning.
Yes, set your alarms then for that. 11 a.m. here in the UK, 6 a.m. on the East Coast. Derek will be here with Sarah of Second Chance Sunday. That'll be at 4 p.m. And 11 a.m. on the East Coast. And then it will be on, I'm not sure if it'll be here on Crafters TV. It'll probably be on the Crafters Companion US page only, I'd imagine. There is that US warehouse clearance, which is going to be coming up at 3 p.m. if you're on the West Coast, and midday if you're, 3 p.m. if you're on the East Coast, and midday if you're on the West Coast. See, I can do it when it's 4 and 11 and 4, Craig. Give me a new time. Like today we did something at 2 p.m. this afternoon. I think I need a dime piece, don't I? That's obviously what I need. Right, very, very busy. We're going to go back to the corner dies in a second. I just wanted to say as well, Joy Sampson on YouTube says that she's working with the tri-blends now and she absolutely loves them. So it's really nice watching and learning from Craig all of these fantastic techniques, which is brilliant. So we're going to go back to the textured corner dies, and oh look what a gentleman Craig is. Oh, look what he's bought me. Oh yes, this will keep me going, Craig, for the rest of the show. Thank you very much. They are my absolute favourite, as you know, and also the little ones are great because you get extra chocolate on them. Love it. Right, textured corner dies. Climbing Roses. This one is usually, I must say, the busiest individually. They are all available individually if you want to get them individually. They're also available on two for £15 or $25 if you prefer to get them like that as well. The thing is, you know, you can get 2 of them for $25 or you can get 4 of them, the textured corner dies. The whole collection is $35. So really, I mean, much better value to go for the whole collection, really. You've got the roses in here. You're going to get the this one here, which is a dry stone wall, and you've also got there the abstract floral too. Now you're going to get the aged argyle in the collection, whether you're getting it in the UK or in the US. It is only available individually in the UK. It's not available individually in the US. It is one of your upcoming auto shipments, so that's why it's not available individually in the USA. So very busy on these. £27 or $35 gets you all 4, which, as I was saying earlier, is amazing value for credit cards. Credit card dies anywhere between sort of $14.99 up to $24.99 price in pounds. So great that you're able to get 4 of these for £27, which is great. The low tack tape is the best. I've tried many others, and Crafters Companion is the winner. Absolutely, it is, and we've got it in stock right now there for you, so you can grab that. It's really busy actually for that low tack tape. $4.99. You'd pay that here in the UK for the brand leader for probably 1 roll. You're getting 3 here. Christine Mahoney has said, I've already purchased the stained glass windows. I'm not allowed to tell you, of course, that the deal for tomorrow morning's launch day is already live over on the website, so go stock up if you want to. Lots of you talking about what you've ordered. Kelly says, Joe, that is the greatest line you've ever said. If it's not okay, it's not the end. I agree. I really, really do. Sunday morning sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of people setting their alarms. Don't forget as well, if you're fairly new to us here on Crafters TV, you never want to miss one of our lives on Facebook, you can actually press the little bell and it will notify you. You can turn on post notifications to get a notification every time that we go live to make sure that you never miss a show. Remember, however, if you want to watch and shop at the same time, the best place to do that is over on our website, crafterscompanion.co.uk.com or .eu. What do you want to share with us next, Craig?
Right, we're going to use the corner dies, we're going to use the Climbing Rose, and we're going to change the colour up. So I know instantly when you think of roses, you think of reds, you think of pinks, maybe even yellows. We've got a bit of yellows in it, but we're going to incorporate some browns. So brown and yellow, you may think, is that really going to go? But trust me, I think it looks stunning when it's finished, and that's what we're going to do. So I've just taken some cards. So this is just from our 8x8 texture card stock, so you can check out all these different things on the website. Then what I'm also going to do is, on the yellow card, I've just got a bit of our double-sided adhesive sheet, and my sizes of cardstocks are just big enough just to fit my die. So let's take the backing off of one end. So if I take this one off, and then what I'm going to do is attach this onto the yellow card. So then that's going to give us a double-sided sticky adhesive back. So let's take that off, and then let's just place that one down on the mat. Then all that I'm just going to do is, let's just place, so I want the brown to have all the detail, so I'm just going to place that one on. So let's just stick that one into place. Let's bring in my craft knife as well, again, just to get rid of any of this excess adhesive strips down the back. So what we're going to do is, we're going to be using both the dies, but we're going to use them separately. So let's take that one off. So let's bring in that one now. So this one has got double-sided adhesive mostly around the edges. So I'm going to pop that one onto the cutting plate, and then I'm going to bring in the detail. So for this one, I also want the outside edge too. So we're going to tape that down. You can, if you wish, use them both individually and do them both individually, but I know that if I tape them down securely, as Joe said, with the tape, because it is incredible quality, that I know, and I am secure and safe in the knowledge, knowing that it's not going to jump. And what I mean by jump for any new crafters is if this outside die, or vice versa, was to jump on top of each other, as you run that through your die cutting machine, then you could potentially damage that die, because obviously that pressure is then pressing into one another. So just make sure that it's secured down separately and you'll be absolutely fine, but you can do them separate. So if I take this one out, that then means, because I've popped the double-sided adhesive on the back, instead of having to use Brenda, the spray, or a dotty tape runner, or any of the adhesives like that, we can go straight onto our card because we've got adhesive all the way around. So if I peel this one off into place, now look at that, straight away, one pass, you can see, if I bring in, let's bring in this one, card blank. So there, now look at all the detail from the rows. So I've got a couple of bits that I just need to pop out, but that's all die cut. An awesome one, Joe, if you want to paper piece this. And I know I go on about paper piecing a lot, but if you've got a lot of patience, then paper piecing looks great. You don't even need to do the whole lot. Maybe just pick out the roses' heads, or maybe just the leaves of that, just a few bits. Don't think when it comes to paper piecing, it has to be the full image, because it doesn't. It can just be a few accent parts of your image.
I saw some samples with these, Craig, where the roses had been paper pieced, not back in a not in a contrast colour, but I think it was a matte mirror, and someone had put them back in the matching glitter card.
Yeah.
It was a really lovely way of using that, but I thought it was kind of like a really subtle paper piecing technique.
It is, and you know, it's a bit like tone on tone, with them both being the gold. So tone on tone doesn't necessarily just have to mean a dark pink and a lighter pink, or dark green and a lighter green, but think of things like your luxury cars. So absolutely, if you take gold for example, then yeah, use either the glitter gold and the matte gold, or the mirror gold, whatever one that you want. And although it's all gold, because that texture look will give you a different look, so popping that in, using it as your paper piecing, can look quite really effective. So let's just tape that one on just to the middle there, because all that I want is that outside edge. And as that comes out, because we've got the adhesive already on the back of this next one, it's going to be really easy just to pop that in. These are relatively new plates, so anything that's got a die cut edge that's quite straight, or a simple line, you may hear cracking into your plate. Is that what it is,
Craig? The straight lines?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. You will, I'm never going to say it never happens, but if you've got a new plate, if you were to pop that die through on its own, and then let's say for instance this die on its own, the chances are you're not going to hear much from this die, you're going to hear it from that. It's because it's to do with your straight lines, all that straight lines, okay. It's going straight into the card, whereas with this one here, you've got a lot of pressure evenly, so it's not actually cracking within the plate as much. So it will occasionally, I'm not saying it won't crack, make a cracking sound with a detailed die, but it's from straight dies that you're going to hear it mostly. So then let's just take all these bits out the way now, and then let's just peel the back end off. So if I peel that one off, and we're just going to get rid of all these bits. So as we can peel that one off. So the pieces that have all come out, so if I just bring this one in just there for you to see. So that bit of waste that's come out, of course, that's got adhesive on the back. So an even simpler way if you want to do your paper piecing or that in different colours. So let's take these last remaining bits off, and then that just means we can then pop it straight onto the back end. Now, can you imagine what the rose would look like if you were to use your Gilding flakes through it as well? Or maybe red glitters. So all these different things as well would look quite spectacular. So keep it as simple as you want or go all out. Same with the size. Keep it nice and small like we were done earlier on, or you can go all extravagant and make some large cards. So now that we've got all of that off, let's just place that into place. So I'm just lining up the two corners and I'm just going to press that one on. Like that one. Press that in. Now straight away that's all that we need to stick it down. It makes it a lot easier, so always check out those double-sided adhesive sheets. So let's just bring that close up for you to see. I've got a wee bit there I want to get rid of. So then there we go. If I bring that in, you can see you've got that nice edge there. And actually, I could have done with moving that in maybe a millimetre or two, but actually I quite like that yellow just sticking out. It gives it a bit of a shadow effect, doesn't it?
I think it looks really nice.
It wasn't intentional, but it looks quite smart. So I've now just got same cardstock and just a bit of matting and layering. I've just taken a bit of pattern paper from one of our 6x6 patterned paper pads from last year. We had two. One was a Christmas theme and one was an all occasion. So it was from the all occasion. So let's just take our layers off and then we can just do the mats and layers. If you're a new beginner to craft and you see that I am using the double-sided tape, you can also, and many do, use our Collal tacky glue, which is within that bundle. So you could use that one, or you could also use the all-purpose glue for your mats and layers. It's one of those things, once you start crafting, once you find your feet, you start to find what you prefer to use. So I've got a 7x7 card blank, so let's pop it that way, so a traditional way. So let's place that one just over the top. Not forgetting, I know I say it time and time again, I like to have a wee border, so you don't have to have your layers right up to the edge if you don't want to. That goes for white card blanks as well, not just because it's ivory. So just taking the backing off of this one as well. So all these layers I'm keeping on one level, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to come along with what we've just die cut and lift out on a bit of foam pad. So place that one on. This middle layer, I've just ran it through one of our embossing folders. So I can just press that there. The embossing folder just didn't quite come to the end, but that doesn't matter because we're going to cover that up. So again, when it comes to folders, if they're not going to fill up what you're wanting to emboss, don't worry, because the chances are you might be wanting to cover it anyway, so you're not going to see it. So I'm going to line that up just there. Let's just take either a pen or pencil. I'm just going to take my pokey tool. And just along the top, because I want that to be even, I'm just going to pop just a wee mark there and there. And then we could use the guillotine or we could use our scissors. And I'm just going to snip that off, so straight across, just to make that in line with one another. And then bringing in our foam pads. I've also got one of our sentiments as well, just for you. And I've die cut that in the same cardstock that I've used for all my layers. Let's just bring in our foam pads, and once again, going back to new crafters, if you want to lift and add some height to your cards and you don't want to use foam pads, then you've got your Collal glue gel, and that will also do the same. It just means you just need to let it dry, whereas foam pads are instant. So press that into place, then bringing in our sentiment again with foam pads off. So let's just pop that in, take that one off, and then I'm going to place that in just there. And hopefully you agree with me, the brown and the yellow together, although it's for roses, I think that works really, really well. So if I bring that up close up for you to see, so you can see. And then equally, we could have done that again, but popped it in this corner, and you've got a nice frame within the middle, so then you could have laid your sentiment within the middle just there. Although they're corner dies, you can do so many different things and different ways that you can be using them and placing them.
Really beautiful card, that one, Craig. Looks absolutely lovely. Ro says, dumb question alert. There's no such thing as a dumb question. How do you use the double-sided adhesive paper? Do you just adhere the cardstock directly to it and then cut?
So, yeah, so do we have like just a minute to just quickly show that again?
Yeah, absolutely. Perfect. We do.
So if I just bring in, where's my double-sided adhesive sheets? I had it a moment ago. So it's just to let you see. So here is, no, it's not it. Here it is. There it is. So it's exactly that. double-sided adhesive. So if I bring in a bit of card, and let's bring in a bright colour just so that you can see. Let's just bring in a bit of green. So what you're just going to do is you're going to place your card onto your double-sided adhesive. Because it's two sides, what you're wanting to do is place one side on your adhesive. So let's do it this way. Cut it down to size, it makes it easier. But what I am just going to do is let you see how I would then do it. So get your cardstock ready, get your double-sided adhesive sheets ready. So I'm just going to start to peel the backing off of one area. Like I say, you would cut it down to size, but I'm just doing this just for speed. So let's just peel a bit of the backing off so that we're ready to go. So I'm going to place that one just onto there. Then what I'm just going to do is let's trim it down this way. So let's trim.
Is it easier to trim it with both sides of the carrier sheet still on, Craig?
Yeah, I'd say so, because although our scissors are non-stick and it comes away quite easily, you will still get that wee bit that sticks to your tape. So I would always say just to use your 2 layers. So what I'm then just going to do, we would of course trim all that excess. Actually, let's just do it just so that we can show you. So we've now got our cardstock that's got double-sided adhesive already onto the back. So you can see there, if I take that excess off, there is our cardstock. Now that could be obviously any shape or any size that you're doing, and it's got the adhesive on the back. That's you good to go. So that we won't die cut it, but what you would then just do is take whatever die that you're wanting. Obviously I showed you it with this one. So pop it on top of your cardstock, then die cut it. Then that just means once this die cuts out, you're then just going to peel off the backing, and then that'll make it completely sticky. So that's how you use it, and it's a really good way for any of your intricate die. You can just do them onto circle die, square die cuts if you want. It doesn't have to be intricate, but they work best with your intricate dies. So hopefully that helped.
Yeah, brilliant, Craig. Thanks for that explanation there. I talked a lot about what's happening later in the week. I need to remind you firstly, though, before I do, about that low-tack tape. It's very, very busy for this online at the moment. You get 3 rolls of this. It is in stock right now. I know we do struggle to keep it in stock a lot of the time, but it is there ready to go for you right now. $4.99, $6.95. A lot of you are multi-ordering on that one. I think it's fair to say, don't you, Craig, that if you went out and bought the brand leading tape of this sort, you'd pay £4 to £5 per roll for it? You know the one I mean?
I know exactly what you mean. One roll in one supermarket in the high street was £8.09 for one roll. And I can vouch for that because I specifically went out one day when I was in the centre just to look to see how much it would be, and one roll of the leading brand was £8.09. Might have changed now, but that was just a couple of months ago.
Yeah, and that's 3 you're getting here, $4.99 or $6.95. Easy to see why some of you are multi-ordering on that one. Now, I said that Debbie's going to be joining me, didn't I, tomorrow evening. Now, if you're not familiar, we're getting so many new viewers at the moment. We are getting loads and loads and loads. Cartload is the one show a week where it's our clearance show. So you'll find pretty much the best deals. There in our warehouse clearances are where you'll find all of our really aggressively marked down prices. And Debbie's going to be joining me tomorrow. If you've not seen Debbie here on Crafters TV, here is a little bit about the wonderful lady herself.
Hi, I'm Debbie Robinson from Crafters Companion. I've been crafting now for over 10 years and started crafting through my Auntie Jean, who introduced me into the world of paper crafting through card kits. Since then, I've developed into stamping, colouring, and love everything to do with die cutting. I'm an absolutely massive die cutting fan. So how I became involved with Crafters Companion, I went along to a recruitment day that was held locally, and I was lucky enough to be offered a position in the new store that was opening in Chesterfield. And also I became an accredited demonstrator and have demonstrated around lots of lovely places, meeting lots of our lovely customers, and also taught classes within Chesterfield as well. I love working for Crafters Companion. It's a family-run business, and my teammates now have literally become part of my family. The customers are fantastic. We had a little saying in Chesterfield that they came in as a customer but left as a friend, and that's what I love. I love doing Facebook Lives. It gives me the opportunity to bring you all our new products and give you sneaky peeks and some fantastic deals. So if you see me live, why not come along and join me?
The lovely Debbie there. She's going to be with me tomorrow in the evening. Well, I say in the evening, I always call it the evening. I don't know why, because it's 4 p.m. But it's 4 p.m. Is it late afternoon? Is it early evening? What is it? I'm unsure. What do you think, Craig?
Yeah, no, I would say late afternoon, but then it's kind of in the middle because obviously we're 4 till 6 here in the UK, but then 5 p.m. I'd say is kind of like early evening, so we're kind of caught within that middle
it ends at 6, which is definitely evening, isn't it? 6 o'clock's definitely evening.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's at 4 p.m. basically is what you need. The takeaway from that needs to be it's 4 p.m. here in the UK, 11 a.m. on the East Coast. I'll be here with the lovely Debbie Robinson. Can't wait for that. So many of you have been sharing yet more pictures with us. This is a really novel idea, Craig. This one here has been sent in by... Oh, wow. Anita sent this in. How fantastic is that?
That is so good. And do you know something? Was it Anita? With all due respect to Anita, that looks incredible, but they're not that complicated to make. You know, just make a box using our scoreboard, create an aperture, and then pop your candles, and then put your texture. Love that one. Love it.
The next one's from Eliza. The next one here. Whoop whoop. She says she sent in the sympathy card there. Really lovely, don't you think, Craig? That one. I love it. It's almost like cherry blossom she's put on there.
It is, and it's great just seeing the difference the difference, between the die as well as stencils on the back. But I am pretty sure that those stones have been paper pieced back in.
With like a grey almost.
They do, don't they? Yeah, more rounded, which makes me think that they've been die cut and paper pieced back in.
Almost looks like they've been added a bit of dimension with a pen or something. It looks really, really beautiful.
Yeah.
Very, very textured there, that one. I'm sorry, I'm giggling. Craig just nearly had a real accident over there. And you know, you do that thing where you'll panic for a slight second, then you realise it's fine, so it makes you giggle. I'm so sorry. What was it? You nearly took a tumble over there.
I've got a crate,
right?
And this is what
that seems sensible.
This is what I bring all my demos and everything that I prep, and I pop them into this crate, and they're usually right at the side of me, so I don't trip over them. But of course, this one day that I pop it right behind me, and I just about decked it.
Oh dear, what you like?
What am I like?
Right, let's just recap some of the over the edge product. Before we do the over the edge, let's just go through. I want to recap some of the 5 in 5 products. Very, very busy with the 5 in 5 stuff that we looked at a little earlier. There is your apron. Really fantastic. It is a one size fits all. This, you get the microfiber cloth in there too. Loads of pockets. It's super durable, and it also matches all of our wheelie tote bags as well, which is really, really exciting. $15.99 or $19.99 if you want to go for that one. Craig appreciated that one. You've also got the pockets here. They are the medium die and stamp pockets from Totally Tiffany. You've got 25 of these, $2.99 or $3.79 if you want to get hold of those. We also had that Crafty Fun 5x7 embossing folder Rick Rack available for you. You guys love this, £5 or $5.50. We also had some shaker card on the show. Always so popular, especially when we bring you the festive ones as well. £5.50 or $7.50 if you want to get hold of that one. Don't forget about Crafter's Inspiration as well. Crafter's Inspiration issue 26 here, £8.99 or $17.95 if you want to get your hands on that one. Right, let me just dive back into the comments, see what everyone is saying over there, because you guys you're very chatty tonight, which I absolutely love. Mary says she's stocked up on the low tack tape. She's tried other brands, but she finds that Crafter's Companion is the best one I've used, which is always good. A lot of you talking about that. 4 p.m. late afternoon, according to Mary. Well, it's 4 p.m. here though, Mary. It's 11 a.m. for you, which is different. Kay says, thanks for the show today. Really enjoyed it. Well, it's not over yet. You've still got 20 minutes left, Kay. Don't be going anywhere just yet. But yes, very much enjoying the show. Right, for the last sort of segment of the show, we're going to go back to the over the edge characters. Now, if you went for the original ones that we bought you on HSN, then there'll be a few characters here that you won't have had a chance to get your hands on. These ones just here, for instance, this is the unicorn that you've got. It's actually an alicorn, apparently, which is a flying unicorn, as you can see there, and I love what someone's done there with that card. That is your Magical Wishes. This one here is also not been on HSN. This is the Hello Beautiful one, that lovely floral one with the schmetterlings in there. We've then got this one here, which is May Your Day Sparkle, which is fantastic. That lovely winged fairy on there. £30 or $40 if you'd like to get those three as a collection on their own. However, the best way to get the best value is to go for it all. So in this other collection that I'm about to share with you, you'll get the three that I just showed you, and then you'll also get these four that I've got just here as well. So you're going to get the little doggies in here. You'll see how they go over the right side. You can have them poking up, or you can have them off of the left side as well. There's lots of different choices when it comes to how you configure these and put them together. You've got the cats in here. This is your feline friends. You've also got Birds and Bloom, that is those beautiful birdies in there. And then finally, you've got birthday balloons as well. That cute little birthday bear in there. £60 or $82 gets you all 7 of the collection, which is great. 7 stamps and dies. What you're also getting as well, I didn't really point it out there, excuse me. What you're also getting as well, not only the stamps for the contact element, you've also got all the embellishing stamps that you need to allow you to complete a complete project, which is fantastic. What I would suggest you also put into your basket as well whilst you're there are the window arches. If you want to have these in a sort of central concept, so I have an aperture with them poking out of, this is what will allow you to do that. You've got a rounded one and you've got a more squared off one in there as well. £9.99 or $12.95 if you want to get hold of those ones. Right, have you got time to share one last demonstration on these, do you think, Craig?
I do, absolutely, yeah. Just quickly to say as well, when it comes to these Gatefold cards, yeah, we've got some ideas, inspiration on YouTube, but if I show you the back of them, you get some measurement ideas as well, if you want to make them how they are intended, and you also get a wee information sheet as well. So we've got you started for, if you need a bit of help, but then like I say, you can just go wild with your imagination, create different things, and you can also just go into YouTube and check out that there. Right, so what I've got is I've got 2 strips here. So we're going to make it into a bit of a wrap for a box. So my strip is the size of what would be our A4 in the UK. So it's 11 3/4 by, it is 2 1/4. Then what I've just done is I've just scored at 5 inch and at 6.5. And then what I'm just going to do is if I just bring in my thanks, and I'm just going to use the end of the card that we've got just there. So let's just tape that one down. So as if I tape that one down, and I'm just going to just place the end of the thanks towards the end, and I'm just kind of centralizing it within the middle. So let's just tape that one into place, and again I'm just moving it up just so it fits within our junior plates. So let's just tape that, secure that again. Then let's layer it up. So plastic shim magnetic top cutting plate. Now what I've also done is I have cut another strip, so exactly the same measurements with the score lines exactly the same place, which I have got here. And then on one of the sides, what we've got is the start of the word thanks that we can see just there. So just like we have done with this one, remember it's going to, I'm going to show you now, it's going to be lined up just like that. So if I move it in closer just now, so you can see the thanks, and well, the beginning of the thanks, end of the thanks is looking the same way. So let's just move that one out of the way and tape this one down, and we're just going to run this one through. So once again, all that I'm just doing with this one is just making sure it's as close to the middle as possible. And we're going to run that one through our plates.
Kay says over on Facebook, Craig, I love all your top tips. That's exactly what she says, which is lovely.
Thank you very much.
Do you think as well, if we get time, Craig, at the end of the show, Melissa says, Craig, please show us your famous finger bow tying technique. You're faster than Joe running down the street naked chasing the milkman.
I don't see why not. If
Fabulous.
We can find some ribbon somewhere, I'm sure we've got some.
Do you know what? There was some on the earlier show. I'm going to go. Oh, I found some actually over here. Does it need to be thick or thin, like wide or?
I would say widest, just so that you can see what I'm doing.
Okay, I'll find some.
So what I've just done here is there is thanks. So that has die cut, and if I remove this one, I'm just going to carefully just peel that one off. And holding that as I remove, then we can see we have got thanks. So we've got the beginning of thanks and the end of thanks just there. Then let's just use some red liner tape. I would use just double-sided tape, and I'm just going to bring my scissors and use them. Don't forget anything else, not just what we've got on the show, but check out what's on the website. You can still add things from the website into your order for today's show. I think some people think you can only order what we show you. That is not the case. So I'm just going to snip just a few bits. Then all that I'm going to do is, if I take the beginning of thanks and end of thanks, now I'm just going to it's 1/4 of an inch in from that first score mark. So all that I'm just going to do is I'm just going to line that up, and then we're just going to tape that into place in a moment. So if I tape that one on, and then tape that one on. And the reason I am being that accurate is I do have a box at the side of me that I've pre-made. So if you are using it as a wrap for the box, you will just need to make your box first, and then you will just need to make your wrap and then work out the measurements that way. So again, there's one of the score lines just there. So just 1/4 of an inch in. You can be more accurate than I am. I'm just going to place that one in. And then what I'm going to do is, if I just fold that, so as you can see there, that starts to create the wrap for our card. Brilliant. So that one just slots in, you can see, and then you can then decorate it with any of your pattern papers. So if I bring in this box that I've just done, I've just kept it really simple, but you would decorate a handmade box as you wish. Then all that I'm just going to do is, if I then just carefully just start to pull that forward. Now do be careful, because obviously you've got your sentiments that are just on that wee hook part. So let's just pull that forward. We're just going to slot that one in. So if I just gently slot that one in, he says, there we go. Pop that one in, just make that a bit neater. There we go. And then slot it in. You would then decorate it with, of course, any of your papers. I do have one decorated just here. So if I let you see, so if I tip that one forward, so that's what it just looks like if you were to leave it in white. And you can do, you know, white does look quite smart depending on what you're making. But then what I am just going to do is, let's just show you this one that I've done previously. So if I bring that one, so I've just decorated it. Then all that I just done with the word thanks, I just die cut that again with some plain cardstock, and then just chopped it out, and then I've just taped that over the top. So there we go. So if I just slot that back in, and then I'm just going to place that one on, then there we go. So that's just what it'll look like if you were to decorate with any of your cardstock.
Fantastic. Looks brilliant, Craig. Really, really great idea of using it there. Cynthia says over on Facebook, Craig's so cute today. Have seen so many crazy crafty moments. How sweet. Angel says, I don't have any blender type brushes, but would like to do a blended background. Any ideas what I could use, Craig?
If you've got any makeup brushes, or you know, maybe like inexpensive ones, I know you're not wanting to use your expensive ones, but you can do. You know, when you can invest in some of the blending tools, you will get the best result with that, because that's what the sponges have been made for. But you can do it in the meantime if you've got any makeup brushes, or either the brushes, or it's like the wee egg shape blending for your face. Anything like that you could use in the meantime. Just see how you get on with that one.
Wonderful. Right, I am excited about this finger bow technique, Craig. I haven't seen it before, so I'm all eyes.
Okie doke. So this what we would tend to call the bunny ear technique, which would have come from, as many here in the UK would know, Miss Dawn Bibby would kind of termed it with this. So all that I've just done just there is I've just folded over each loop. So we've got that, just that full loop. So I'm just creating kind of like bunny ears that we can see just there. Then what I'm going to do, so if I tip it that way, so if I then, I'm just going to cross that one over. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fold it under. Actually, can I be really annoying? Can I ask, can we do this from up above?
Yeah.
Sorry, Matt. Thanks, Matt. So it'll be probably better. There we go. So if I then, just do as I've done, bunny ears, and then I'm just going to cross that one over. So we're creating an X, and then all that I'm just going to do is I'm just pulling that ear under. So again, just pulling and pushing that one under. Then all that I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull this one. I'm keeping a hold of this one, and I'm just pulling it. and then all that I just do is I just pop my thumbs in each side, then all that I just do is just pull them into place, just like that one. Keep just pulling just until you get it happy where you want it to be, and then that's how you would do your bows.
Fantastic, Craig.
There we go.
Really brilliant technique. I'd never seen it done before.
There we go. So now when, because many people do say, you don't make your own bows. There you go. I absolutely do.
Fantastic. I love that tip. Right, should we have a little bit of a recap of everything that you've seen so far? Let's kick off with these Gatefold stamp dies that you've seen here. There's one that I don't have a board for. It is this one just here, which is the Wish. So you're going to get that one in there. You're also going to get Happy New Home as well, which is that one there. You're also getting Thanks a Bunch, which is this one here. You're going to get Good Luck, Best Friend, and lots of love in there as well. £35 or $67 if you want to grab hold of all of those ones. Right, up next, the textured corners. Let's share these ones with you. Now, you're going to get in the main collection, this one here, which is the Aged Argyle. You cannot get it individually in the US. You can only get it as part of this bundle if you are in the US. And what else you're going to get in here is you're going to get the Abstract Florals. You're also going to get that wonderful rose in there. And you're going to get also this one here, which is that dry stone wall, as you can see. £27 or $35 to get you all of those. They are available on a 2 for £15 or $25. However, why would you get 2 for $25 when you get 4 for $35? Makes total sense to go for all 3 of them. And as I always say, as with pretty much everything here at Crafters TV, you always get the best value with the larger bundle. So definitely worth bearing in mind. Right, the Over the Edge, I'm just going to recap those again for you as well. So what you're getting in here is you're getting all of these cute characters in there. So you're going to get the doggies. They are, of course, included in there for you. You're also going to get the cats, the feline friends. You've got the birds and bloom in there. You're also going to get the little bear. Who was it who was saying how cute the bear was just a minute ago? Someone was talking about how absolutely adorable he was. You're then going to also get these 3 as well, which I don't have boards for. So you've got the Flying Unicorn, which is this one here, which is Magical Wishes. You've then got that lovely one with the fairy there, May Your Day Sparkle. And you're also going to get this one here, which is Hello Beautiful. So you get all of them in there. You're getting 7 stamp and die sets there for £60 or $82. So really, really good value. I would suggest that you go for as well the arches too, because the arches allow you to create that central aperture to have them poking up from behind. You'll see what you get. You get the more rounded one and you get the more square one on there as well. So great to have those. £9.99 or $12.95 if you want to go for that one. We've also got the Adhesive collection for you available on the show too. Oh, hello. Having a bit of a nightmare there. Let me pop that down for you. So you're going to get in here. Oh, it's going so well, wasn't it? You're going to get in here the 3D glue gel with all the tools. You also get the tacky glue in there, and you get the all-purpose as well. So you're getting everything you need, really. Our 3 most popular wet glues that we bring you. In fact, the only 3 glues that we bring you, the only 3 that you need. £10.50 or $18 if you want to go for those. We also have the low tack tape available as well. A lot of you have multi-ordered on that. I'm hearing some of you going for 3 of these as well. £4.99 this will be if you're in the UK, £6.95 if you're in the US. Well, it was a pleasure, Craig, may I say, to spend the last couple of hours with you. When are you back with us here then on Crafters TV? Do you know?
Thank you so much. So it's been a lovely Wednesday afternoon spending it with yourself as well. So I'm going to be back on Saturday. All day Saturday we've got the 2 shows. We've got Launch as well as Craft House. Then I'm back on the Sunday morning with all about the foil press as well. So just say with the foil press, although I'll be doing everything live, what to do is go across to my Facebook page and write on my wall what you would like to see, or if you do your Insta stories, tag me of what you'd like to see on your Insta story as well. I can collate and make sure I've got enough of everything to be able to show you. So it's Craig Laird CC for both Instagram and Facebook, but we're all on social media, so check us all out.
Fantastic. So make sure you pop over there and leave your suggestions for Craig. That is our live program done now for the day here on Crafters TV. So I hope you have a great rest of the day if you're in the US. Enjoy your evening in the UK. Remember, another great day coming up tomorrow, launch day, 11 a.m. here in the UK, which will be myself and Leanne looking at those stained glass window dies. And then Cartload will be a Fast and Furious sales show, myself and Debbie a little later in the day. Huge thanks to you guys. Huge thanks, of course, to Craig. And we'll see you back here for another fun-filled day tomorrow. Take care.